All right, quick little Ram truck video. The blue Ram Sports 2018. Okay, we have. I'll just show you. Since we started driving this, we have 862 miles. Okay, from how, I mean, I had the battery unhooked, and today I was driving, actually was going through a drive-through, and I always thought that there was an issue with the way this thing was running when it would go into eco, down to shutting down to 4 cylinders. It felt like it had a really bad miss, and this thing does, I don't know if the camera picked that up, it does have an aftermarket exhaust on it. So today it threw a p0340. I took a picture of my scanner. I use this one. Okay, so basically what I did was check the code, went out, actually pulled the sensor up. I looked one up, I actually got one on order, but I'll show you where the sensor is. It's very easy to get to. But not only did this thing sound like it had a miss when it went into eco mode, when you would be at speeds going down the highway, it felt like it had a vibration, which I don't know if those two things coincide yet, and it always shifted weird. It did also show it was a U code, but I'll put that in here because I took a picture of the scanner on that. Now, I was just like, man, there's something wrong with this truck. It didn't feel right. But like I said, we got whatever the mileage was. It just threw the code today for a cam sensor. So your cam sensor is actually located right here at the top. All right. I looked up a Mopar one. Man, I would say, you know, I looked on Amazon. You can get a cam sensor in here from like 20 to 30 bucks, or $17.99 to 30 bucks. So it depends on what you get, but I'll just get a Mopar brand one to reinstall. Now, I borrowed this sensor from that truck. Okay, that one has 62. This is an original sensor. I just got back from a test drive. Amazing how much that sensor operating incorrectly will make the truck feel like it doesn't want to shift right, because you'd be coming to a stop and it would like hold a gear, and then it would like kind of just a little bit, but the TC, what is it, the TCM, transmission control module, said it was something where it wasn't sensing the torque right. That and the way this thing sounded when it would go into eco mode, it felt like it had a bad vibration. I didn't get a chance to take it out on the highway and get up to highway speeds. I just ran and got fuel for my tractor. So that was my test drive. Now, I'm hoping that that gets rid of that vibration that I was feeling going down the road, but the way the transmission is shifting now feels almost as good as my 2019 that I have. Now, I was just like, man, this thing's got 120 on it. There's something wrong with it. And that one has, you know, 30,000 miles. So it's a big difference. I mean, it's a 6-cylinder, but going down the road, you shouldn't have a bad vibration. So I'm very curious to see what that is. But that is kind of just to say the feelings of a cam sensor going bad, or one that is bad. And like I said, this thing didn't throw a code till just now. And when it did throw the code, after sitting in the drive-thru, I got my food, I went to leave, and pushing on the gas pedal, it almost didn't want to go anywhere. I almost had to hold it to the floor and try to move it around a little bit to try to get it to move, because I was actually going to drop off a package at a UPS store, which was like just across the parking lot. So it felt weird there. And then once I started back up, it wanted to drive normal, but I still had a check engine code, and I had the little squigglies like you turned off your traction control. So that's what symptoms of a p0340 code would be on one of these. So I got a new one on the order to throw in the parts truck, or the rebuild, the other rebuild truck, or I'll put the new one down in this. But just so amazed at how much of a difference that makes the transmission shift and the way the motor sounds. I think I probably said that too many times. All right, that's it. See ya.